Hey guys, OGalbina here, bringing you guys our SBU Season 1 Week 2 battle against John Jr. and his Portland Nightshaders. Now, I do want to give you guys a heads up. John was having a lot of LAN troubles at this time. He unfortunately actually had to drop after this game because he had so many LAN troubles. He just could not connect to it at his new apartment that this game was played on Showdown, so I apologize. Next week, we'll be right back on Wi-Fi, and all of our other Wi-Fi leagues will, again, obviously be on Wi-Fi. Just kind of an outlier, so I apologize. Nothing we can do about it, though. Not too big of a deal, too. It'll be maybe a nice change of pace. The games will go a little bit faster. We won't have to worry about timer or anything like that, which is always really, really clutch. And I actually mostly play Showdown. I just only upload the Wi-Fi stuff, so I'll feel a little bit more at home for sure. But like I said, we're playing our good friend John Jr. Great buddy of mine. I love John to death. He's like a brother to me, and I'm really excited to play him. I haven't played him in a good while, so it'll be exciting. I think the last time I played John was in NCP Season 4, the season that we won. He was one of our few losses, and he absolutely cheesed me out of my win, and I still will not use Stoutland after that game. So hopefully our game, or our luck at least, is a little bit more even this time, and hopefully it's a really good game, because I love playing John. He's a great player. He's someone I think is very, we're very close together in skill, so it's always really fun when we play. We typically have really, really close and good games, so I'm looking forward to this one. So go check out John in the description below. I'll link him down there. As well as while you're down there, drop a like on the video, sub if you're new. You know, plenty of Draft League content going up each and every week, as well as Nuzlocke content, a bunch of cool stuff. So if you haven't subbed, you're one of the few people who, you know, watch the videos and don't sub, definitely consider doing so. It really helps small creators like myself out. And yeah, YouTuber plug aside, let's jump into the team builder. If you want to skip ahead to the battle, there's a timestamp on the screen above, as well as in the description below on when that starts. So without further ado, our team is at the top of the screen if you did forget, and it consists of Kieran Black, Rillaboom, Scolipede, Swampert, Grimmsnarl, Heatran, Licky Licky, Boltund, Galarian Zapdos, Mesprit, and Driftblim. While our opponent's team, John's team, is at the bottom of the screen, it consists of Zamazenta Crowned, Latios, Weezingowler, Metagross, Galarian Moltres, Kangaskhan, Landorus T, Tangrowth, Gastron, and Lycanroc Midnight. Big starts to me, Zama's terrifying, man. I used that thing one time in a Standard League, and it absolutely is an amazing Pokemon and very, very slept on. Can do good work to our team if things like our Swampert get very chipped, or even just a little bit chipped. Doesn't take much for an Adamant Close Combat to 2-hit KOS if we take a little bit of chip prior. Latios is something I don't really appreciate too well because my fairy type is a Grimmsnarl, and it's honestly a pretty good check, but it's not the, you know, the bulkiest check or the check that stays the healthiest the longest, so we have to be careful about that. Weezing is annoying for us to switch into and deal with the Heatran set that we're bringing, because we don't want to take really any chip at all on it. Moltres does kind of rip me. Moltres is very scary for me to deal with. Regieleki sucks. Landorus is another Pokemon that's very annoying, especially because I'm not bringing Rillaboom. I kind of just get manhandled by the move Earthquake at this current point in time. Best switching to Swampert, and like I said, I switch in Swampert to an Earthquake. It's 2-hit KO by Zama on the switch next time, so not fun. Gastrodon is also very hard for us to break as well. And Tangrowth can always be annoying because it's Tangrowth, but without further ado, let's jump into our team. I think we got a great squad this week. Starting off with Kieran Black, as you usually do. Rocking up with the heavy-duty boots. Terravolt is its ability. Freeze Dry, Earth Power, Roost, and Focus Blast. EVs-wise, we got 52 HP, 4 defense, 220 special attack, 4 speed F, and 228 speed with a timid nature. Now, I don't really have notes for this week. Totally forgot to take them. If I'm remembering off the top of my head with this one, I know that the 220, I believe, was to 2-hit KO a speed F Kangaskhan with Focus Blast, which is the only reason we have Focus Blast. It does more to Zama if we really need to kill it, and we, you know, if it sets up a, you know, Howl and lives in Earth Power, we lose the game or something like that. It does more damage, but it's really here for the Kangaskhan, just because I didn't want to be walled by especially defensive Kangaskhan, which I could definitely see him bringing, because physical Kyurem is not very good versus John, but special is very good. Freeze Dry plus Earth Power hits literally everything else incredibly hard. We're faster than a good majority of his team, I believe, for speed creeping Landorus, and we can hit his team very, very hard. His very fat core does not appreciate Freeze Dry plus Earth Power at all. So I really do like Kyurem a lot here. Boots to, you know, obviously avoid rocks or T-spikes or anything like that, which is great. Not wearing ourselves down, because we're bringing lots of hazards this week, and we don't want to defog them away for our Kyurem. So, you know, obviously just being able to avoid those spikes or those rocks altogether is great. Next up, we have Swampert rocking out with the Rocky Helmet. Torrent is its ability. No, Damp is its ability. Sorry, Damp. Ice Beam, Earth Power, Rest, and Sleep Talk. We got 220 HP, 252 defense, and 36 speed with a Impish nature, I believe it is. Yeah, this is going to be our main Zama check. This is a good soft check to things like Landorus. This thing also checks the Regieleki phenomenally. It can't boom on me. It can't do anything, man. This Pokemon's really bad. I know John really wants to bring it, I'm assuming. But if he does, he's a psychopath. Because not only is it bad, I also have the best check in the game. And I have a Rillaboom. And I don't think it comes. I really don't. Now, granted, Rillaboom is really bad here in spoilers. We're not actually bringing it for the second week in a row. I'm really going to try and fit it onto a build week 3, whether or not it has a good matchup, because, man, oh man, do I want to use Rillaboom so bad. But, you know, regardless, it's all good. Yeah, we're going to be rocking out with Pert this week. Rest Talk, it just checks a good majority of teams. It's a great Zama check. It's a great Metagross check. It's a great Landorus check. Lycanroc. And, you know, potentially even Gastron, depending on, you know, the situation, what's going on. Or Weezing, switches to Weezing as well. He just does not kill this Pokemon very well. And that's obviously really, really solid for us. Next up, we have Choice Band, Galarian Zapdos, Defiant as its ability, Brave Bird, Close Combat, U-Turn, and Facade. EV's ice, we got 252 attack, 68 defense, and 188 speed with a Jolly Nature. This thing breaks, man. This thing, if we click the right button, it is going to do damage, do something. And if we can position it in on a Landorus, get our Defiant to proc, and then also be banded, it's basically throwing off a Swords Dance boosted Brave Bird, which is absolutely amazing for us. Or Close Combat, again, we kind of have to click correctly, but if we do click correctly, we're in a great spot. If he goes Weezing, expecting a Close Combat, we just Brave Bird it and we do 800 million. If he goes into Zamazenta or Latios or Landorus, which he should never do because of Defiant, obviously, and I'd probably 2-hit KO him with a +2 Close Combat. But if he goes into the Zamazenta expecting a Brave Bird, I can nuke him or do a ton of damage with Close Combat. So I think Brave Bird's incredibly free in that sense, because his things that pivot into Brave Bird don't appreciate Close Combat in the slightest. Gives me a great way of breaking through things like Gastron and Tangrowth, and especially in conjunction with the spikes that we have planned later, this thing is a breaker in this game. Next up, there are the spikes. We're rocking out with Scolipede, Focus Sash's item speed boosts its ability, Mega Horn, Earthquake, Spikes, and Endeavor. EV's probably got max attack, 12th defense, and 244 speed with a Jolly Nature. All I know is we're creeping Latios, max attack, rest in defense, so we don't have a lot of HP. This thing's here to get up spikes and be annoying. Now, what I can do is I can either force a defog out of Landorus, which I don't think he's going to be defog Landorus because Zapdos exploits the living hell out of that, and then I'm basically going off a +3 hit and something's dying. It's not looking good for him. So we can either do that, or his defogger's Weezing, which is a little bit annoying but more manageable, and also you know, gives us free positioning with Heatran, things like that. And if we can position correctly, getting off spikes, endeavoring things down, we are going to be in a good spot for this game. Scolipede is going to be very annoying for him. Also, obviously, if we get chipped down, we can endeavor down things like Zamazenta, the Weezing, the Metagross, the Gastrodon, the Kangaskhan, the Landorus, a bunch of really annoying things that we don't typically break through. And then we can either Mega Horn or Earthquake them, hopefully pick them off, and then maybe get up another layer of spikes before we go down to the next Pokemon that comes in, or endeavor that Pokemon. So Scolipede in general is just very annoying for Talon's team to deal with and pivot around without losing a Pokemon and me getting up a couple layers of spikes, which is, again, obviously great. And if he's not Levitate Weezing, which I think he should be, I don't think he should be gassed this game. I think that'll be very interesting, but if he is Levitate, then we can hit him with Earthquake pretty hard as well, which is nice. Boom! Next up, we got Heatran, another Pokemon that loves spikes in this game and loves Gastrodon being chipped down and pressured in by everything. We're rocking out with Heatran. Eruption, Flamethrower, Dark Pulse, and Flash Cannon. We got max special attack, 204 speed, and 52 HP with a timid nature. This Pokemon, if we chip down Latios and we can chip down Gastron, we just click Eruption and things die. 3 spikes up, nothing's really switching in. Again, it is just the Latios, which we have a great check to in the back, and we can definitely force chip on throughout the game with something like potentially a Zapdos, or you know, maybe our Swampert gets off a big Ice Beam. If we get off one Ice Beam, it's into a KO range of an Eruption, I believe, unless he's very, very fat Lottie. So that'll obviously be absolutely amazing. Great revenge killer to a lot of things, and Eruption, again, is so free. And if he's defogging, I'm not getting chipped down by his rocks. And if he isn't defogging, he's getting chipped down by my spikes. So Heatran's just a really big benefactor of this Hazard's War that's potentially going to go on versus me and John, and a great endgame win con for sure. Next up, and lastly, we have, I believe lastly, right? Yeah. And lastly, we have Grimmsnarl rocking out with the leftovers. Prankster as its ability, Dazzling Gleam, Burning Jealousy, Dark Pulse, and Thunder Wave. 244 HP, 92 special attack, 136 speed, Spadef, and 36 speed with a modest nature. yeah, we're rocking out with special this week. I just think it's a little bit better. It breaks through his team a little bit better. I can hit things like Tango with a little bit harder with Burning Jealousies. I can Dark Pulse things. I can Dazzling Gleam things a little bit nicer, which is great. And I'm not, like, you know, walled by things like Landorus plus Zama. Zama still does kind of wall me, but, sorry about that noise. But if I catch it with a Burning Jealousy on the switch in, because of how Burning Jealousy works, and I believe we tested this on Showdown, I believe it was me and Ant tested this on Showdown, because I was curious as to how it worked. Because he gets a boost, that defense boost when he switches in, if I catch him on the switch with the Burning Jealousy, he does get burned. So he can burn that Zama on the switch in and really punish it, as well as obviously being able to Thunderwave it and Lottie and things like that. And the more things we can Thunderwave for our Bandit Zapdos with those spikes up, or our Curum that just has great coverage in this game, the better. I almost want to Assault Vest on this thing like I did last week, but I figured a more Spadef Thunder Waving special set was a little bit better in this matchup, at least, you know, from what I saw. But yeah, that is basically going to be our squad for our game versus John. Hope you guys are excited. And yeah, with that being said, I will be right back with the match. Alrighty, guys, here we are with the battle. As you can see, we're on Showdown. Unfortunately, John is having a ton of LAN issues, so RIP to him. But unfortunately, we had to play on Showdown. Not too big of a deal, though. Honestly, I'm not too worried about it, to be completely honest. But yeah, we can see he brings the Zamazenta, Metagross, Latios, Weezing, Landorus, Therian, and Gastrodon. Now what do I want to lead off with? He's gonna do intro. Have fun. So hopefully his intro isn't long. But we'll see, so what can we lead off with that deals the best with his team, potentially? There is no Tangrowth. He just does not kill Swampert at all, which is super pog. That's absolutely amazing. And I low-key want to lead it. I also low-key want to lead Scolipede, because it leads well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna lead Scolipede. We're just gonna go with the Spikes plan, and kind of go from there, which is obviously nice. I have a ping. Scumware. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I know John's doing the intro, so this might be a couple seconds. I might have to cut right here. Alrighty, we're back. It looks like John ended up leading off with Gastrodon. What I think I'm gonna do is I think I'm just gonna get up a Spike. And I think I'm gonna Endeavor here. If I can keep this thing low, that's phenomenal. Or alternatively, I can get up another Spike. He is Misty Surge. Interesting. Okay. We're gonna Endeavor. He's going to get rid of my my Spike. I'm gonna get up Rocks. I'm gonna get up another Spike. I think I'm actually gonna Earthquake here. And getting rid of this is so good for my Zapdos. This thing being so chipped is great, man. Now I'm just gonna make sure I get up a Spike. I don't think I can make sure I get up a Spike, actually. I'm gonna Spike once here. And he goes on to this, which says, I'm going to click Bullet Punch. So he's gonna do that. And this turn, I feel like I can just throw off... Honest to God, I want to throw off an Ice Beam really bad. I can also Earth Power, or I can double expecting Gastrodon. I think I'm going to double expecting Gastrodon. I don't think he lets me get this chip. Yup, I'm crazy. And I'm going to Spike up here. And I'm going to be in a really good spot with Scolipede. Because if the Weezing is his Defogger, absolutely chilling. Absolutely chilling. Because he should not be able to defog on literally anything on my team. At all. At all. And that thing being chipped is awesome. So I'm going to Spike. And then I'm going to... He should recover here, right? I'm going to get my last Spike. Oh, he's going to rest. Now that's good. Golly, that's amazing. Okay, now what I think I want to do here, I think I'm going to go Cure him. And I think I'm actually going to Earth Power. This thing should not do anything to me. I literally just Freeze Dry. I mean, I literally just Earth Power. Because it catches Metagross. We know the Metagross is leftovers, so it shouldn't outspeed us. So cool, we get a big Earth Power off, and then I'm just going to Freeze Dry. Great spot. Phenomenal spot, actually. I'll super take that. That's literally amazing. You can bullet punch for chip if he'd like. But I don't think it's going to matter. Bullet punch at level 50 does not do that much. Yeah, so I just click freeze dry. So we freeze dry, we knock it out. Poggers. Now he's gonna go Zama. I always go into big pert. Yeah, I always go pert. And I have a pretty free earth power here. Yeah, honestly, I have a very free earth power here. Yeah, we should be chilling. And those 3 spikes being up are so good. So he's gonna take helmet chip. He's down at 59. Like, he's incredibly chipped. So this is great for me. He goes Latios. I'm fine with that. I have a great check. I have a phenomenal check. So that's what we're gonna go with. I'm just gonna go ahead and click Earth Power. If he wants to stay in and attack me, that's fine. I can rest up on a good amount. Anything minus Wheezing. Or I can rest up on Gastron, not on Wheezing. Which is obviously great. He's going to Earth Power. He's going to rest as I Earth Power, and now he's asleep and just not an issue. I'm going to Ice Beam this turn. Try and catch something like Landorus or Latios coming in. Oh, we get a crit. That sucks. I'm going to go ahead and calc that, though. Sorry about that, John. Gastrodon. Let's see if it's physically defensive, how much crit Ice Beam would have done. So he's not even max HP, which is good to know. Earth Power from 47, I should 2-hit KO. I'm just going to click Earth Power 2 times. Yep. Awesome. So we take out the Gastrodon. That was an absolute nuisance to our team. I will take that. That is literally amazing. I'm going to go hard Grimmsnarl. Yeah, we're going to go hard Grimmsnarl. And we'll go from there. I'm going to Thunder Wave. We are Prankster. We very easily wall this, to be completely honest. But we'll Thunder Wave. As out comes Jimmy King. How do I want to deal with this thing? I'm going to go hard Zapdos. He gets up his rocks. That's fine. It is, I believe, Brave Bird time. He's at 2%. That's great. He's pretty much dead at this point. Again, absolutely amazing for us. He should see that we're banded. Again, that's fine. Goes on to Latios. I'm going to go Grimmsnarl. Yeah, I'm gonna go Grimmsnarl. He's gonna go Wheezing. I'm gonna Dark Pulse. Hopefully I'm faster. Oh shit, that sucks. Okay. So he clicks that. I'm gonna go Swampert. He defogs. That's fine, honest to God. I'm gonna rest. I need to keep my Grimmsnarl around. Dang, he was really fast. That sucks. He's probably like mono poison move though. Part of me wants to Ice Beam really bad. I think I really want to Ice Beam and not allow that Latios in for free. Because if I can chip that thing down and then get a Thunder Wave off on it, that's how I revenge it really easy. Or if I just put it in range of my Heatran. So he goes Landorus. I get an Ice Beam off, which is great. That means no rocks. So I'll take that. Out comes Latios. I think I'm going to Ice Beam. Yep, he Aura Sphere, so that's fine. And now that I've gotten Chip off, I think this is when I go Grimmsnarl. Okay, now that he's in with this, low-key want to double out into my Kyurem. I think Kyurem is my best double. Or I could double Heatran, but Kyurem is the least. Yeah, that's fine. Awesome. So I'm just gonna Earth Power here. That puts me in a really good position. We just Earth Power, and then we can freeze dry the Latios if it wants to come in and try and set up. So should be in an okay position. We Earth Power, we knock it out. Out comes Zama. Just gonna Earth Power. And then once again Earth Power. So he gets the KO there. Which is unfortunate. Not the biggest deal in the world. I want to see something. Based on my Swampert damage earlier. Latios. Level 50. He's like max HP. Has to be. Because my Ice Beam did just about nothing. 35. Oh, that's a crit. Okay. So he is still very bulky. Let's just say if that's a min roll, right? I know that's not an actual HP investment number. I think I'm going to go Heatran. I'm going to click on Zamazenta. If it is -1 Spadef, let's say it's max HP. At level 50. Flash Cannon does kill. Dark Pulse also kills. Which makes me low-key want to click Dark Pulse. I think I want to click Dark Pulse. Yep. I think that seals the game. We should win. I think that's the game. I think Scarf Heatran is going to clean here. Boom. We knock out the Latios. Out comes Zamazenta. In which we can then go right into Swampert. As it's going to rest, we just click Earth Power, and then we go into our Heatran, and we click Eruption from there. And that should be a game, a seal of the game. That should be the game. Yep, so Swampert's gonna go down. That's fine. He did the damn thing. He didn't even rest. And then we're gonna go Heatran, and I'm gonna click Eruption. Boom. So GG's to John. It sucks that we couldn't play on land, but it was definitely a good game nonetheless. I think we positioned ourselves really well. I think we played really well with that Scully getting up spikes early, making a lot of aggressive doubles in this game. I feel more comfortable playing on Showdown, which I guess is an advantage to me because we didn't play on Wi-Fi. I just always feel more comfortable making doubles and making plays on Showdown. Maybe just because I play there more, despite what you guys obviously see on YouTube. But it was definitely a fun game. I love John. He's a great player. I really hope he gets his land thing figured out because I've loved watching his content since he came back to YouTube. So I'd love to see him, continue to play. And this was definitely a fun game. Not too hacksy. And I think we played really well. We played really aggressive, but sometimes you just got to do that. We're able to move to 1-1, which is great. Sorry about it being on Showdown again, though, guys. Should be on Wi-Fi again next week if you prefer that visual aspect. But it's always fun to see something like this, a little bit different. And yeah, that is going to be the team, or the game. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like. If you're new here, drop a sub for more. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.